just develop on from what Barry said, because I, like Barry, was born into a Jewish household in the shadow of the Holocaust, and the first time I cried over what had happened in the world was when I was about 13 and found out what happened in the Holocaust. But I tell you what, every day I cry at the moment, every day, but only for a bit, because it's not, we're human, which is why we cry, and I've seen all the pictures and I can't look at some of them. But what makes me feel strong is because we have got a global movement. When we say in our thousands, in our millions, we are all Palestinians, it's true. Now, when I first turned against Zionism, when I was on returning from a visit to Israel, I went to Bethlehem. I thought this is a Christian holy place. I went on a bus and all the windows had been shot out, and I got to Bethlehem and we had a look at the church, and there were armed Israeli soldiers inside the church. Then I knew that there was something wrong, you know. Now, when I came back and I told all my friends and family that I now supported the Palestinians, wow, this was very, very hard. I was called all sorts of things. At that time, young people in the university would go to a kibbutz. Now, young people in the university, they go to Gaza, they go to West Bank. Tom Hernbull, student at Manchester University, was killed trying to stop the bulldozers bulldozing the Palestinian houses. The trade unions used to be friends of Israel. Now the trade unions, and Lindsay's mentioned it, and the trade unions here, are with the support for the Palestinians. And if you look at the big picture over the long period, we are winning. It doesn't feel like we're winning when people are being killed. We're winning the argument. We won the argument over the Iraq War. We won the argument over the Afghan War. The argument over which side should you be on, the Palestinian side. This is moving our way. Now, at the last assault on Palestine, Operation Cast Lead, who won the military victory? Easy. Israel killed loads of people. They've got the most powerful bombs and weapons in the world. But who won the political victory? I would argue that after that, many, many more people turned against Israel. There was two Zionists who came through on Sunday. We had a family day protest in solidarity with Gaza. Two people came through and they said something. I always go for them straight away. I'm Jewish. People like you give us decent Jews a bad name. They go, well, what about the massacre? I said, how many Israelis have died? Come on, tell me. And he couldn't say. Do you know there's more Israelis die of peanuts, from joking, than die through the missiles, And I'd say they have, the Palestinians have every right to fight back. When they say on the BBC, Israel's got the right to defend itself, why don't they say Palestine's got the right to defend themselves? Well, they have, if it's right, if this is the argument. So clearly they're one-sided. On the BBC, there was a report I saw on the BBC website, and it said this. This tells you everything about the BBC reporting. It said 3 Israelis have been killed, 27 Palestinians died. Israelis are killed, but Palestinians just died, and everything is biased. I don't know when we're going to do it, but one day soon we're going to go to Media City and protest outside the BBC. We want to get the NUJ on board to do this. We used to do it at the BBC on Oxford Road, but it's being demolished now. Okay, good. But, it's moved to Media City. There was mention about how do we get aid to Gaza. And I was so inspired yesterday. I saw that 500 people from Egypt, 500 Egyptians, called from students and young people, but also with medics, they went on buses to the Rafah crossing, and only a few of them had passports, and in the end the guard said you can all go through. And 500 have gone through, from Tahrir Square, from the centre of Egypt, through that crossing to Gaza, into the Rafah crossing. And when Dr. Aziz says we bring Tahrir Square to Gaza, it's starting to happen. And I tell you, all of these things bring absolute hope. I cry every day, but I am more hopeful now of achieving victory for the Palestinian people than ever. And then one last thing. Obama is in a bit of a bind because he used to have all these powerful dictators across the Middle East, and now he doesn't. And I want to put something to the meeting of something we're going to do in the new year, because on the Sunday, the 20th of January, there is Presidential Inauguration Day. And I've been talking with a few people, especially our brothers and sisters from the Pakistani community. We're going to march in Manchester, stop the drone attacks. You know, Israel is sending drones to bomb Sudan. Obama and Britain as well are sending drones to bomb Pakistan. The Israelis are using drones in Gaza, you know? And so, let's do this. Imran Khan marched with thousands, tens of thousands in Pakistan. Let's do it in Manchester. I tell you, it will get a real significance. That's something for the future. But the last thing is, the Israelis have called up, I don't know, 35,000 reservists. We're the anti-war reservists here. And we want to call up some more peace movement people, anti-war people, pro-Palestinian people. Because if we continue, we can change the face of the globe. The people in Palestine, the people in Egypt have done that. The people across the Arab world are starting to do that. A number of people have mentioned it. And I think, you know, we should draw strength and inspiration from their determination in Palestine to continue. I saw a report of a boy who's just been sort of in hospital, and they said, "What do you want to do?" He says, "When I grow up, I'm going to be a fighter." He will never give up the struggle for Palestinian freedom. It is in the blood and it is in the soul of the Palestinian people. But I believe also a little bit of Palestine is in every one of us and is in millions of other people around the world. So inshallah we will achieve victory one day. Yeah.